Or how we can use the Kubernetes radian command. So again, if you just want to look at the help menu, you can just type help and you can see several examples of how you can run different jobs, like including how to save DICOM files and so on and so forth. If we want to actually execute a job, we will have to start by saying or specifying the different elements of the pipelines that you want to run. So for instance, we can run pre-processing, training and evaluation, or you can just do any of those individually or in any combination. So next, we specify the configuration file that we want to use. Those come from these files here. We'll explore those in a second. So just for this example, let's say that we want to do config demo photon. Next, we specify the data ID. This is also part of your config file, but we can do it in here. Next, we can specify the fold that we want to train, as well as the number of epochs. And finally, just for this example, we want to see what happens. So notice that when I hit enter, we get this sort of summary of what we're about to do. So it's telling me my username, user ID, and so on, home path, and so on. Then here, this is crucial. So this is summarizing the pipelines that I'm triggering. So it's saying that I want to do pre-processing, training, and evaluation. That comes from this commands over here. And then you can see some of the parameters that I specify. So it's picking up on 1000 epochs, data ID is 10, the configuration file that I want to use. And it's actually defaulting to training on a H100 GPU. So if I like this, then I can just say yes. And because I did a previous show, it is actually showing me the job file that would be sent to Kubernetes to start my job. So you can see here your job file from the very top with all the parameters. This is interesting because if we actually go to remote, so over here, you can see that that came from this file. So this is a template file. And you can see all the placeholders that were populated when we specify our Kubernetes radian command. So based on this and the values and the config and so on, we ended up with a job file that had all the specifications that we need to actually run our job. So, yeah.